Hello and welcome to episode 22 of Perils of the Warp. I'll be your host, Roman, and I have to my left.
I'm assuming that's me. It's really dark in here. I can't see you pointing. I'm not quite sure which is right and which one's left, but if it's me, I'm John. If it's
Alright,
not me, then whatever.
alright, and we have special guest.
Matt Smith coming in here.
There you go.
Woo, cousin Matt.
Cousin Matt up in this bitch. Alright,
Who the fuck is Matt Smith? This cousin Matt.
it's true. I don't call him anything but Cousin Matt. But we apologize for missing last episode. Life kind of caught up with us, and well, we just didn't bother to do it because we all got lazy. But we are going to pretty much start off with some hobby progress, guys. What have y'all been doing?
Well, I am trying to finish building my Nurgle infantry.
Mm-hmm.
I have some Death Shroud I gotta finish putting together.
Yep.
I got Typhus himself, the new plastic kit I got for my birthday. Woo! So I'm trying to finish these couple of models for my Death Guard infantry list. And I still have 3 Plagueburst crawlers to put together for the non-infantry side. I'm trying to put my Valiant together. With a little extra details on the harpoon. I'm going to have it like in a shooting chain action
Okay.
instead of just, him having it glued there.
I don't know that's gonna help you, bro. I
Uh,
don't know if you can do it.
The rolls aren't going to be any better.
No, the rolls are ever against me, but you know what? At least my toys can look cool when they die.
Maybe.
And then working a little bit on my painting on my Iron Jaws.
Okay.
So that's what I got going on right now.
Awesome. So armies that I've been working on. For 40K. I've been working on my Grey Knights. I've had them built for a while, but they're in mainly in sub-assemblies because they have chest pieces that are highly detailed, and a lot of the equipment covers the chest. So I have arms disassembled, but recently I've started painting them up again. So I've been getting all that detail picked out and finished very nicely. So I'm gonna finally be able to have fully assembled Grey
A
Knights.
little bit of gold, a little bit of red, a little bit of white, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of
Oh,
black.
well, not as much red. Red is mainly just for the purity seals.
Yeah.
My Grey Knights are pimp Grey Knights, so they're purple and gold, you know.
Ah, there you go, there you go.
So those are their accents.
Mm.
And then for 40K, for Age of Sigmar, I've been building some Night Haunt and Death, Legions of Nagash. And I have been painting up so much of the Night Haunt. I really jumped hard into 2.0 with Soul Wars, so I picked up 2 sides of that. I've been painting up the Chain Rasp, so I have all these purple paints for my Grey Knights, so I have nice spectral purple,
Nice.
and then their weapons are brass with some Nilic Oxide, oxidation. Gonna toss a little Typhus Corrosion on a few of them, make it look decayed a bit. Seem like they've been shambling in the gray for a while. And then I've been building up some Behemoth models. I built a Mortis engine just recently, so that was a really fun build. But that is going to be a real hassle to paint. I left a lot of sub-assemblies away because so much detail is going to be lost.
Yeah.
It's going to be, all right, let's try and push this wash in to pick that out. So that's where my hobby progress has been.
All right. As for my hobby progress, I'm still plugging away at John's Thousand Suns. I severely underestimated how detailed those models are, and I'm really gonna have to go over them with the fine-tooth comb. Might have to buy me a magnifying glass so I can make sure I do it right. But I've been working on that. I have been working on some of my own stuff though. Yesterday, I finally decided, you know what? These knights are pretty much done. My Helvrin, no, the Warglaive, and the Paladin that I have, they were pretty much painted up, like done, except for the bases. The bases were all cork and like a little bit of the texture paints that they use. I finally painted up the way I should have. The stone that I usually have, and then the dirt, and then the little grass that I put on there. I haven't taken any pictures of it, but hopefully I will and put it into our little group chat. But I did finally complete those, so they're done. They're donezo. Unless I just want to go in and do some line highlights, which I'll do later. But for the most part, I'm calling it done. They're completely done. I don't have anything else to do with them.
Tabletop ready and everything.
They're golden. They're golden. And the other things that I've been working on, trying to get like my troops ready, because my troops are on the cork. I don't have any texture paint, so I'll probably buy some of that today. And then more stuff like that. Just trying to get the stuff that is already painted just based properly, the way that it should be. Other than that, I'm really gonna be hard at work in a lot of John's stuff. I gave myself until October, which, as complicated as those models are, is still probably gonna be really hard to pull off. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make sure that I get everything done, because I have to do like 60s Angors, fucking 9 Skyfires.
How many Rubric Marines?
Like 20 Rubric Marines. I gotta do some Terminators. I have to paint up 2 Rhinos. So it's gonna be a lot. I know it's gonna be a lot, but hopefully it'll come out the way that both John and I like it. Where it'll be good enough that I'm like, all right, I can see this on the table, and hopefully John likes it as well. But other than that, as for AoS, I really haven't been working on AoS, but I have an itch into, and John, cousin Matt, and myself just ate some Cracker Barrel, and there they were talking about Big Point, the Big Daddy games of AoS.
Yeah, right now the league that we're in is at 1750, but it's quickly approaching 2000.
Yeah.
And that's where me and Matt were talking about bringing our big pieces.
Your cabbage.
Yep, I got some Bulldog. Matt has Nagash.
Gonna be bringing out the Undying King. Cast some 12 spells a turn.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, hey, we're at 1750 now, you can fit Nagash. He's like, yeah, but that's mean.
Yeah. Well, what, he's like 800 points or something?
Yeah, 800. And then I'll probably spend at least another 200, maybe 300 on endless spells for him.
So, that's another thing I had to do. I had to prime
I
and
forgot
base.
about the endless fucking spells.
Yeah, I have to get Malign Sorcery soon. But they were talking about Big Daddy games, and I was like, I do have my my Celestant Prime that I've been itching to paint, so I might start working on that tonight. Because the whole thing with like the Rubric Marines, John, they are so monotonous. I now know why you gave them to me to paint. Because Jesus Christ, like once you're like done with one color, you just want to take a break. So I think that's how I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna work on some of your Rubric Marines just to get those out, because I know those are important for 40K. I know you want to try those out in 40K. So I'm gonna try to get those done first. But I'm taking big breaks between them. Like I'm painting one color solidly, then I'm probably gonna go to my fucking my Prime, and then I'll probably go back to your Marines.
Honestly, I mean, I wanted the Marines for the game we just played, which we had a very great game, hosted by Jay Pena this weekend.
Woo, go Jay!
Go Jay! Basically, it was 6v6, good guys versus bad guys. We tried to have it power armor only.
Yeah.
So Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines. But we ended up with Orcs on the bad guy's side and Eldar on the good guy's side. Other than that, though, everything else went pretty according to plan.
Yeah.
And then it was also like a barbecue event thing. So we had the grill, we had some T-bones that I got from work. Everybody brought potluck type things. Rum brought his mom's recipe of potato salad, which is on my top 5 list. Cousin Matt made cream corn, which I think was for the first time that he made it. I loved it. I ate like 7 cups. That's not a lie.
No, cups. We're talking cups here, people.
Yeah, you're talking about 16-ounce solo cups.
Yeah, like I didn't get a spoon and pour some onto a plate. No, I put it in a fucking solo cup.
He just drank it.
That's why his blood's so thick.
But I mean, it was a great event. Really fun. A lot of great people. A lot of chill people.
Yes.
A couple of beers going around. So that was what I wanted my Thousand Suns for.
Yeah.
So right now my focus, or my desire for your focus, should I say, would be on the Zangors, because right now we're on the AoS kick, and I have a pretty good size Zinch army, thanks to my 40k demons.
Yeah.
That with the Zangors would make a really good army, especially now that I can summon for free. What's up?
I don't know. That's apparently, and I don't know this because I don't go to tournaments or anything, but on the tournament scene for AoS, people are saying like summoning's kind of gotten out of hand for everybody. Not like they're not specifically saying Zinch or anything.
Yeah,
it's
but I mean like Seraphon
are
rats.
fucking crazy. Like the fact that you can just summon like for 7 points and you can get that in one turn if you have the right comp, your right list going, you can get 10 skinks first turn, and you can just start fucking capping objectives as quickly as possible. Because now you're just summoning. You're just moving around your fucking Slan priest, and that's all you're doing. You're just summoning. You're just waiting for those 7 points, and you're summon. You don't even need big bodies. You don't need any of the Bastillodons or anything like that. You just literally need skinks.
It's crazy.
So I don't know if maybe that's going to be looked at. That might be something that might be FAQ'd in the future. How they would do it, I have no idea. They're not going to change like the core rule, but they are going to probably change like the points values for summoning, I would assume. So it makes it just a little bit harder. So you're not fucking getting first turn fucking troops or your battle line, so that you just cap objectives and you're like, oh, well, I can't do anything there.
Yeah, I mean I know with like Blades of Corn with the right what do you call those things?
Detachment? Formation?
Battalion.
Battalion.
Yeah, with the right battalion, you can get a Bloodthirster like on turn 3.
Yeah.
I'm sure even sooner if somebody who's, actually used to the game and knows what they're doing. If I can get it on turn 3, I'm sure somebody else can get it on turn 2.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, that's what we've been doing for Hobby Progress, and that right there is specifically what we're going to be talking about. The main topic for this is AoS, because we have been on a bigger AoS kick more than anything. Even if I haven't played a lot of games, the games I did play, I fucking loved. I thought they were really cool. I always felt like I was going to lose, but I ended up pulling out some minor victories against Sean. So
he was actually really mad about that. Like, you could see how upset he was. I'm
like,
Roman, you won. He's like, no, I fucking didn't.
Because the mission was based upon wounds that you kill. At the end of the game, it was total up how many wounds each model was, and then you determine if you were 50% more than your opponent, then it would be a major victory. If you just had more, it was a minor. If you had less, it was a defeat, of course. And I was just upset about it because, yes, like me and you pretty much had the same amount of pieces on the table, but yours were 3 wounds and mine were just 2. So I just felt even though I won, I felt like I shouldn't have won.
Yeah, and I mean it was obvious on your face. You're like, no, I didn't fucking win. Like,
yeah, it didn't feel
because towards the end of both games, I had more models on the table, but my dead models. Especially with the riders, which had 5 wounds apiece.
And that was the biggest thing. Is just like if you didn't have those riders and you just had more, more
boys,
infantry, you would have won easily. But it's just that I was just like, well, I guess I'll just have to go for these because they're the most points. It just didn't. I just didn't feel good at the end of the game. That's all.
It wasn't as fluffy. It was.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, oh, okay. I guess I just did more wounds basically. But it was fun. Like the pieces I was using, because I was using the new artillery, and if you know me, I'm a sucker for like fucking big artillery or like big like creatures, things like that. So that was fun. But yeah, just the way that game was, I just didn't like the win condition, I guess, for that game. But it was fun. I liked. It turns out, what are the Cascaders? And just keep those bad boys fucking moving around and shooting at shit. And as soon as they get charged, they're useless. the way it should be, but again, they're useless. My 750 point was the Celestin on Dracoth, 2 units of Liberators, Prosecutors with the Javelins, which, after talking to Mike Blanton, I found out that the hammers are better, because the hammers let you reroll your felled ones, and you get double attacks, because you have 2 hammers instead of just the Javelins. But I just painted up the Javelins, and I'm not going to get rid of them, because the league calls for immutable. So whatever your 750 is it can't change. So I'm just going to keep it that way. And they're such a bitch to paint. Those fucking wings are fucking terrible to paint. But yeah, Prosecutors. Then I had the Bacilla, or whatever it's called, Celestar Bacilla, and then a unit of 3 units,
3-man squad.
3-man squad of Castigators, and I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. That was my 750, but other than the win condition, I really liked it. Orcs are scary. Orcs are scary.
Oh yeah.
I will give you that, John. They are whenever they charge, they can get their walls off, and they're disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, like even on the game I played with you, there was a lot of rules I still didn't know about. I played 4 games, I think, before the 5th game, which was against Cousin Matt at 1,000 points. I was like, I know what I can do now. And that was probably the greatest game I've played so far in Age of Sigmar, because of how close it was. It was like it was all decided in the last turn, because if I hadn't had pulled off the big wall, because I rolled a 6, I would have lost that game, because Matt had 12 victory points so far, and I had 3. And the only reason I won is because I was able to table him on the last fucking turn. Like, we rolled off, I got a double turn, I rolled for my wall, I rolled a 6, everybody got +2 attacks. I didn't know this in previous games, but my Mega Boss actually lets my brutes reroll 1s.
Really?
And so, like, by that game, by the 1,000-point game in the Escalation League, I was like, okay, I know most of what I can do now. And just that last turn, it was just like everything was riding on that last turn.
Yeah.
And I also have a rule that I didn't use before, that I didn't know about. If I charge and if I do multiple charges, unlike 40k in Age of Sigmar, it doesn't matter who charged. Like, if it's your turn, you get to attack, and then your opponent attacks, and then you attack, and then your opponent, vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Iron Jaws have a rule that if I charge and I completely destroy a unit, then I can attack with another unit before my opponent gets to attack.
Nice.
So that really fucking helped, like,
and
a lot.
That rule is with the cabbage too, right? Like, if he charges, I think it's if he charges from a specific distance away.
Charges from 8 inches.
8 inches, he just, like,
keeps
moving.
going.
Like, he just destroys the unit and just keeps rolling along until he stops.
He rams someone and then continues to ram the next. And
so, goddamn cabbage.
Oh yeah.
But you see, like, I don't know how a big game would play, like, if you and me play the Stormcast and the what are they specifically?
The Iron Jaws.
If they play in a 2,000 point game, I think you might mollywop me, like, enough where I just can't do anything. Especially if you're bringing that fucking cabbage, because that cabbage is hard to take down. But I still haven't looked at most of the book. I do have the book for the Stormcast Eternals, the Battle Tome. I just haven't looked at it completely. Artwork's awesome. Some of the lore that I've read so far, awesome. In fact, there's a mention of possibly some Chaos Stormcast.
Ooh.
There's like a little throwaway, like, I guess, like, side paragraph where it talks about the Sigmar, of course, believes in second chances for everybody. So, like, he's taken some, like, corn guys that are bloodlust, and he's seen some good in them, and he actually takes them up to Azir to get reforged as Stormcast. But apparently, like as much as like they've done for them, the forging process is kind of fucked up. So he can't get rid of everything. So there might be a sect coming of some Chaos Stormcast.
Mine.
I don't know if they're necessarily gonna like have like other armor.
Chaos
I
rules,
think it's
yeah.
just like, hey, you just paint them up this. It's gonna be like another chapter.
Mine.
No,
Do you have a specific chapter that you're playing of?
mine. No, it's of my own creation, my own color scheme. We were supposed for the league. You can make your own little story for them, and I haven't done so yet. But I've basically come up with the Void Hammers. I might change that name because it's really generic. But the hammers, I always thought like, oh, they'll be black. And then I kind of thought about, I was like, I could probably do some like galaxies within the hammers, and probably
spatter it some.
exactly just like splatter some, just stipple on some different colors, some purples and some blues, some whites, and it can be like all of them can have like little celestial hammers, galaxy hammers. And I was like, all right, I think I can do that. I think I might do that. But I still haven't completely done my lore for that, so I haven't got any points for that. But what about you, Matt? You've played a couple of games. What you got?
Yeah, well, I'm a segue off the lore. I was just talking about the lore that I was trying to think of for my Escalation League. I have a Necromancer as my big, in my set. I have Necromancer and Skeletons and Chain Rasps.
Okay.
So in my idea to work up to Nagash at the 2000 point, I was thinking of writing this journey of this Necromancer to serve his Undying King to... obviously, Nagash has already risen, but to bring Nagash into another realm, to have him help him take over and reclaim all his lost souls that have gone. So, basically, I have him rising up with, escorted by some Morghast Arakai, who are the Death Mage Guardians, have them, escorting him back to Shaiish to see and witness Nagash's glory and finally serve under it in a battle to purge against the Stormcast, to reclaim the souls that Sigmar takes from him and bring them to their rightful realm.
And they're not his souls, bro.
Yeah,
not
they are.
Not all souls are fucking Nagash's souls.
All
souls
should
are
go to
Nagash's.
Shaiish.
No.
You're stealing them away from me to reforge them, and it's like, what are you doing?
Nah.
You got your recycled souls, you fucking hippie.
Just recycle the bodies, not the souls.
I mean, the body's useless without a soul, you know what I mean?
Not according to Nagash.
What you think? But other than that, I've really enjoyed the games that I played. Like I said, I didn't play any pre 2.0, but since Soul Wars, I've really jumped in hard. I've been building up and playing a lot. I've played a few 1,000-point games, and I've really enjoyed them. The thing that I guess I'm too used to 40k from this, but the double turn is very swingy. Yeah. I am regularly like blindsided by it, and I'm like, dang it, I gotta plan that a little better.
Yeah. There's no like, it's either like so uplifting, like fuck yeah, all right, I got a double turn, or it's fucking soul crushing. You're just like, I'm gonna die.
Yep, that was my game against John. I was just waiting to be able to re-summon some of my bodies on the board because it was my turn. He countercharged me using his Orc ability and really wrecked a number on my Chain Rasps. And I had Guardian Souls there to try and keep them alive. I had my Necromancer there ready to re-roll some models, bring them back. And he got his turn after, wiped out, maybe 2/3 of the unit. And then he got that double turn instead of me trying to get my turn back and be able to recoup some of those losses, and ended up just wiping out the unit. And it was like, great, dang.
Yeah,
so.
For me and John, when we were playing again, since we're pretty new to it, every first turn we forgot. So like between the first and second turn, we forgot like, oh, we're supposed to roll off. And he was just like, well, let's play out this turn and we'll roll off. And it was either him or me. Like I think third turns were always yours, if I'm not mistaken. I think at third turn I was like, fuck, I might die. And it wasn't towards the end where I was just like, okay, that whatever happened. But It's and the addition of like you break ties is
Yeah.
just like
It's a good it's a good help
Yeah.
assist to help stop the double turn, stop multiple rolls, but
Mhm.
I haven't had it come into play too often,
Yeah, it's I think it came into play at least once a turn in both games that me and John played, where the tie actually made a difference, made a big difference.
Hmm.
But that's just the way of the game. It is. That's what really makes it exciting, though,
Yes.
because you just don't know.
Hmm.
And yeah, you can like strategize. Like, all right, well, maybe I'll just pull these guys back just in case there's a second turn. It makes you just guess. It makes you work towards that die roll
Hmm.
instead of just like, all right, I'll just keep them there. Or I'll just fucking start moving them in because I know next turn I'll have fucking. It doesn't work the same way as 40k. But excuse me. AoS is just fun. I can't
Very
say
much so.
I can't say anything bad about it.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just because I haven't played somebody that just fucking summons everything for fucking free every turn, but it's fun. I like the models. I'm a big fantasy guy. I can't wait. And now that I know that y'all are working towards the big boy the big boy models,
Hmm.
I think I'm really gonna start working on the fucking prime tonight. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking prime him tonight, prime him black. And
Prime to prime.
Exactly, and then start working on the thing that's gonna take the most time. I suspect is gonna be the swirling galaxy around him.
Mm.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna kind of be a bitch, but I'll get to it. With I still have to maybe I have to watch a few videos to kind of see like if I like the gradient that they work with or if we're gonna have to do something else.
Hmm.
But yeah, that pretty much does it for the main topic for AOS. Unless somebody else has something else to say.
I was actually thinking about the story for my army because
Okay.
you got to have the
Your lore.
your lore for the league,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking. Oh, okay. I just pulled up a picture of the Celestine Prime. Yeah. I'd forgotten what he looked like. I knew he was the golden boy, but he had that fucking base.
He looks beautiful. Is what you mean to say?
The pretty high rise.
Mm-hmm.
But I want my guys, because I mean, for the most part, Iron Jaws, they don't really care about good and evil. They just want to have a good fight, you know. They actually have high respect for Blades of Corn and fucking Stormcast because of how good a fight they put up.
Yeah. That's the whole lore behind him is that Sigmar beat the Gorka and Morka.
Hmm.
And they're like, you know what? You fucking beat us. We like you. So we'll team up with you if we have to. But I just want a good fucking fight.
Yeah.
And he just respects him now, that's all orcs want. Is they just want respect. They want a good fight, and if they can, if you beat them, you earn their respect. So I do like that aspect of orcs.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do for my guys is have them be like, I don't know if trophy hunter is necessarily the right term, but they are gonna like some of their armor is gonna have pieces of people who they've killed in combat who they held in high regard. Like maybe one of them might carry a shoulder pauldron of a Stormcast, and it's like, hey, you see this? This belongs to fucking Bob. Bob put up a good fight, so he's always gonna be with me here, so that you fucking know that Bob was awesome. I mean, I killed him, but he was awesome.
That's right, Nurgle, Nurgle Greater Demon Bob, right here. Yeah, fucking the lore. I know you're a writer, so you can fucking make up lore like a son bitch. For me, it's a little bit harder. Where I'm like,
Just go for it.
Fucking thinking. I have a couple of ideas, especially like if I were to bring in Seraphon, I have a little idea for lore there.
Some
But
dinosaur tamers.
Mm-hmm. God, I want to build up Seraphon, and I want Skaven so bad. That's the thing with with 40k is I've kind of been debating. Like I have Dark Angels, which I love. They're always gonna be there, and then I have the Blood Angels. And I'm looking at the Blood Angels. I'm like, man, I love Blood Angels. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, maybe maybe I shouldn't play Blood Angels. Maybe I can just like, take some of them and maybe sell it off. Or I'm still kind of debating on that because I don't play my Blood Angels as much. Maybe I just have to play them and it'll change my mind. But that's one thing.
They're still Marines,
Exactly.
There's no difference.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I'm like, well, maybe I'll just kind of. Maybe I'll just put them on the back burner, or maybe I just sadly won't play them at all. But we'll see. But with AoS, it's like I want to play my Stormcast. I have some Seraphon that I want to build up. I want Skaven. I want the Sylvaneth.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's so different.
All the S's.
Yes.
Apparently, I like.
It's very contrasting.
Yeah, but there's so many like different armies that just look cool, and I just want to play with them.
The style on everything is
Exactly.
amazing.
And but we'll see how all that turns out. Maybe I'll go up on 40K altogether and be like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm AoS for life now.
You would never give up Dark Angels.
That's true. I won't. I love I love painting that dark green too much.
You might trip, but you'll still.
Yeah. And I was even looking at my Dark Angels. I was like, I mean, I still have that Redemptor Dread that I got for my birthday. And I built him up, and then I have the Helvrins, and I'm like, ooh, I can fucking start painting those bad boys up. So 40K is never going to go away, and neither is AoS. It's just, I have such a strong fantasy side to me where I'm just like, I want to play like fucking 7 different armies.
Dude, like, I there's armies in Age of Sigmar, because like, I have Tzeentch, I have Khorne, but that's because they got, I put them over from my 40K armies.
Yeah.
The Iron Jaws was my first real Age of Sigmar army. And it's already complete. Like, I don't need anything else for it. So now I'm like, man, I really want to play Sylvaneth. Like, really, really want to play Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
But I also really want to play Mournfangs, even though I hear they suck. I just think they're beautiful models.
Mournfangs, what are they?
Yeah.
Already.
The Beast Claw Raiders?
Yeah.
They're like the big goat guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minotaurs. I think there might have been a Centaur. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't think the Centaur.
I'm aware
No.
of,
But
no.
there was Minotaurs. There was Goatmen. Then they ride the woolly mammoth type thing.
Yeah.
So there was some pretty good looking models there. But then also, like, I really love the Terrorgeist. It's one of my favorite models for Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, he's really, really cool.
I need to pick one of those up.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. There's Age of Sigmar, like, their armies are different, and they're really different,
Yes. Like, everyone has their own kind of...
Niche.
Yeah, everybody represents, like, a totally different thing within that kind of fantasy realm. Even the dwarves, like how... for the most part in the old fantasy, it was just dwarves, and they were kind of just the standard dwarves that you would see, but now they've split them up basically into, the steampunk, where they're, all about finding the...
Blimps and...
Yeah, exactly, all the blimps, and they're all about shooting, and then you have the...
Fire Slayers,
which are just close combat, and just
berserkers.
kind of, berserkers, so... I just like the way that they've done that, and that you can still play the regular dwarves. They're just called the dispossessed now. John, you gotta stop farting in the middle of the podcast. That's really bad. But I guess we're just gonna end it because my face is gonna melt off. So we're done with our main topic, I assume. You want to jump into some news?
Yeah.
All right. So there is quite a bit of news. Let's see if I can bring up my phone real quick. There are some pre-orders that are available for that started this weekend. There's going to be the 3 Kill Team boxes. It's going to be the Drop Force Imperators, which are basically the IG, but they have cool little berets, looks like. And then you have the Shadow Within, which are your Tyranids or Gene Stealers, whichever.
Shadow Within is all Gene Stealers. I don't think
Gene
you get any Termagants in there.
Okay. Then that's pretty much it on the 40K side. Kill Team just came out, so everybody's about it. Eventually, me and John will get a Kill Team box because, if anything, I just want the terrain.
Yeah, that terrain is
we need
gorgeous.
that terrain.
There is, and there's the new terrain box as well with the little claws.
Yeah, exactly.
The machines.
Yeah, we really need terrain.
Yeah, and they work well with the the Sector
Mechanicus.
So this is Sector Imperialis, and then it's Sector Mechanicus. That was from the Shadow War Armageddon box, I believe.
Yeah, Shadow War Armageddon, the Knight Renegade.
All those are modular, and you can just kind of mix and match as you want with them, and you can pretty much have a board between those two. So hopefully we can get the terrain. I've actually seen some very easy to paint terrain tips, like super easy.
Oh yeah,
fucking ridiculously easy, where we can get it together soon and we can start doing bat reps. Because I know me and John were talking a long time for, we want to record bat reps and things like that. So hopefully we could start doing that. We'll start off with 40K because we have the most for 40K painted up, and then eventually we can get into AoS, just like what is available for next week. It looks like you're gonna have some more. What is it? The Chain Rasp Horde.
Your basic battle line choice.
Yeah. So you're gonna have a little 10-man there. Mm-hmm. I have to say that little candelabra that he's holding is pretty fucking cool.
It's great. As part of the Escalation League, you can make objective markers. And Legions of Nagash, you have grave sites that summon stuff from them. So one of them, since I had 2 boxes of Soul Wars, I only needed one Dread Warden. So I have the old candelabra. I just kind of like shaved the hand off, and I have it slid up against a grave, and it's lighting up that
nice.
Tombstone, and
nice.
it's very nice.
I have to see what I'm gonna have to do with that, because I have to make objective markers, and I have no idea what to do because I don't have any like terrain that I can. Maybe I'll just buy those Azir ruins and I just like snap off some pieces and make some objective markers. Because I don't have anything that I don't think that I can use for that except a bird. I think I can use a bird. But also your new black coach, and goddamn, this fucking black coach looks amazing.
It is gorgeous.
It's also expensive AF.
Yeah, it's $115. So be ready to spend your cash, but it looks like a model that's well worth it.
It is a very large model. It's on a knight base.
Yes,
it is huge.
Yeah. But it's just looking at the detail, man, like everything about it. I wonder if it's going to be pushed to fit like everything else has been for AoS.
No, that's not on pushed fit. You'd see the easy build on the side. But it is gorgeous. It has special abilities. Night Haunt has their special black coach, which is like 500 points in game. And that's this new model that came out. While the old black coach is now called Legion's Black Coach. It's use the stat line in the Legions of Nagash book. And that's still your nice small one, but this is a beauty. Yeah. I would love to build it.
There is no shame in that game. And that's it for Night Hunt. As for Stormcast, they're going to be releasing some Sequitors, some more 10-mans, and they're also going to get the Dracoline is what they're called, I think. You're gonna release a box of those, and you can actually build your Lord Arcanum on the Dracoline as well, from that kit, from what I've heard. But there's also gonna be the big boys, the ones that have the Terralon, the Lord Arcanum on Terralon, and the character Antivis Fire Sky. No, Fire Strike. So you're gonna have those two. Those look pretty fucking cool. It just looks like they just change a couple heads and a weapon, and that's pretty much it. But they look cool. I don't know how much these are going to be. Let me see if I can look on Games Workshop real quick. And I'm not going to buy that because it's $115. So
both of us got big boxes too.
Oh, okay. The Minotaurs are Forge World models.
Oh, the Minotaurs are Forge World?
I mean, the Centaurs are Forge World models.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Throwback to.
Yeah. I was like, I know I saw fucking Centaurs.
But other than that, that's what's available for pre-order. We know there was a lot of stuff that was shown at the, I think it was the, I don't even remember, one of the Warhammer Fest or something. Recently, they announced a whole bunch of stuff. But it was, again, more stuff for the Titanicus stuff, and a lot of things that we already know was coming. There wasn't too much new there. But as for what's on pre-order for next week, Necromunda is coming back in a big bad way, and this is where I might get into Necromunda.
That new gang.
Yeah, it's Kaldor, The only thing is, I've seen a few people already clamoring for it on Red Star that they're gonna play Caldor, and I'm like,
Do it. Jump in.
I don't know. I don't know if I could play this if fucking everybody's gonna be on new hotness.
Other people, they got their other gangs to worry about.
Because the reason I want a Caldor is because Forge World is gonna come out with the little models and they have rat bombs, and I just thought that was funny, and that's why I picked Caldor. Has nothing to do with the actual models. But though the models do actually getting a good look at them, look really cool. They're apparently just super fanatic about the Emperor. So, all right, I'm down. But there's gonna be the Caldor are gonna be coming out. Campaign and territory cards are gonna be coming out. The Gang Wars 4 book is gonna be coming out, so it's gonna expand some more on those rules. Some dice are going to be out, and the Caldor gang cards.
Mm-hmm. I just love those Caldor dice. Those are a really nice mix. I enjoy them.
Yeah, it's too bad they're just Necromunda dice, because I'll just buy them just to buy them.
Yeah.
To use for any other game. But I believe that is it as of right now. For what's going to be coming out. There was also some news on some books that are going to be coming out. The next Horus Heresy book is going to be The Burden of Loyalty, and it looks like it's going to be those fucking titans that just have cities on their back.
Nice.
So, but apparently it's looking at it now. It says edited by Laurie and Golding, so that means they're going to be a bunch of short stories put together. I wonder if it's going to be a bunch of short stories about fucking titans.
That'd be nice. Just different Titans stories.
Yeah. And then you have Lucas the Trickster for 40k. Deals with some Space Wolves, Knight's Blade, and War for Armageddon, the Omnibus. So apparently you can get those as well.
Knight's Blade, what's that one?
The what?
What's the Knight's Blade about?
Knight's Blade is about Free Blade. So that's
Free Blade Knight.
Yeah, Free Blade Knight. That's as much as I know. But that's pretty much it. For the show. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal. It's just because we're just kind of getting back into the groove. So our next episode will be on time, and it will be a little longer. Probably have more to talk about then. Probably more AoS, let's be honest, because we're just balls deep in that right now. But is there anything else that you want to say for closings, guys?
Matt, your special guest here. Anything special you want to talk about?
Nothing immediately that can come to brain. I must say, I'm in the big barbecue game we played. Went up against a Scabathrax, and Nurgle summoned him. Holy cow, that is a model to kill, man.
Yeah.
Has -2 to hit him in close combat. Toughness 9, deals 6 damage on each attack that goes through. -4. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was...
I saw you just fucking taking that thing on. I was like, I should probably help him, but I don't think my Deathwing Knights can get there anytime soon.
No, because they were busy being fucking bullies to fucking Magnus.
That's right. Oh, okay. Fucking play of the game, baby. Play of the week. It's coming back. All right. So, I had some Deathwing Knights, a Apothecary, a Banner, and
Terminator.
A Terminator Master in Terminator armor, right? So they all pile out of my Land Raider, and they go towards Magnus. They need like a fucking 2-inch charge, right? I roll like a 5, so I'm able to get some extra attacks in, make sure everything's nice and beautiful. Alright, so the Knights do what? He was at 9 wounds to begin with?
He
at that point?
was he at 11 or was he already down to 9?
I think I had brought him down to 9 with some
shooting.
Yeah, with some shooting. I think I brought him down to 9. So he was down to 9. Then my Knights came in, they charged, and they did 8 wounds. Yeah, I left Magnus with 1 fucking wound. And then Magnus swung back, and he took out my captain. My master.
He attacked with the Knights, right?
Yeah.
And then, because the master and the Knights charged.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. My last 2 command points, I'm taking down your fucking HQ.
Yeah, my HQ would have fucking knocked his ass out.
So I hit him, 7 times. I wounded him 7 times.
Mhm.
He had a 4-up.
3-up because the knights come with storm shields, so it's a 3-up invul.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about the captain.
The captain.
Yeah.
Oh, the captain had a 4-up Iron Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he had 7 saves to make. I was like, he can fucking make 5 and it will still be dead.
Mm-hmm.
So the captain dies, right? And he's like, oh, he has a rule.
The banner. The
banner
was near him. So the banner is on a 4+.
Oh.
He gets to fight.
Yeah,
back.
the banner's any infantry, right?
Yeah, any infantry.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it didn't go off with my captain. So the next round, they were still locked in combat, and
it's my turn now, or our turn, our 5, our 6 people turn.
Yeah.
Disorder.
And disorder, and Magnus hits 7 times, wounds 6 times.
Into
His knights.
Yes,
his
knights.
fucking shield bearing, fucking mace holding knights.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a 3-up fucking invulnerable.
Yeah, he did know that.
So he fails 1.
Yeah.
1 fucking lowly knight
And I was
fucking
like,
dies.
and I was like, fuck. All right, well, and I was like, oh, a banner, right here, right now, and like I roll a 4-up, and I was like, he gets to swing back, and I roll my fucking things, 2 hit and then 1 wound.
Oh.
And I was like, he has to make his 4-up, and I was like, he's out of command point, so he can't fucking reroll. He just has to accept what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking rolls a 1, and I laughed my dick off because I imagined it as like Magnus just like, you know, throwing out some power, and he's just like, he's like on the brink of dying. He's just like, fuck this, and just chucks his fucking mace, hits Magnus in the eye, and his fucking head explodes. That's all I imagined it in my head. So that was the play of the game.
I was playing Magnus. Will was playing Mortarion.
Oh yeah.
We deployed them.
Mash brothers.
We deployed them pretty close to each other.
They were on
And
the,
we were right
we
on
played
the
on 3 tables.
Yeah, but we were on the middle table, and our Primarchs were in the center of the middle table. And so that whole middle of the middle table was just fucking a mosh pit of just fucking
Close
shit.
combat.
Because that's where Scavythrax got sub into also.
Oh yeah.
So, it was just, I mean, we had 2 Land Raiders, a bunch of Marines. That's where the Eldar were. That's where Matt ended up deep striking later, and all his flyers came in. It was just a fucking mosh pit.
Yeah.
And Will's like, on deployment, Will's like, I'm going to deploy here and just hope he doesn't get shot to shit before I can make that first charge.
Yeah.
And then, like, his head just, like, whiplashes and looks at me. He's like, you have warp time, right? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, 2 guys. He's like, warp time, Morty. I was like, yeah. So both Morty and Magnus made first turn charges.
Yeah.
And they survived the majority of the game. It was like, Primarchs don't usually last that long. Well, at least not bad guy Primarchs, because we don't have that 10 wound shield. You know, that fucking
flying monsters. How do you want a fucking shield too?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want the shield. I'm saying we don't have the shield, and that's why they get shut off the table usually on the first turn.
Yeah.
So we fucking made it in, and we lasted all fucking game.
Pretty much.
Yeah, closely. Did Morty die first or Magnus?
Magnus.
Yeah, and then Morty followed that next turn.
Yeah, it was turn 3, I think.
Yeah.
That Magnus fell. But yeah, after that, I think Morty it was 4th turn, right? He was.
It would have been.
Yeah, Morty fell on 4th turn because on 5th turn all we had was Scavythrax.
Yeah, and then 5th turn you killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we always went second.
I know on Mortarion he ended up getting shot down by some Laz.
Yeah.
That was some lucky shots.
I was trying, man. My fucking melta guns on my Land Raider and all my fucking.
Dude, fucking Magnus made a lot of 4-up saves.
He did.
Like, you just last cannons, melted guns. I'm like, fuck, dude. I didn't fucking give him the spell to give him a 3-up vulnerable save like an idiot. And I'm just like 4-up, 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 4-up.
You didn't need it for this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's episode. Like I said, we'll be back in another 2 weeks, and it'll be a normal sized episode, a little longer. And we'll have a little more to talk about in terms of AoS, I believe. But until then, guys, thanks for listening to Perils of the Warp, episode number 22. I've been your host, Roman, and I'm here with
John.
And Matt Smith.
All right,
It's cousin Matt.
Matt, do you know the sign out?
City, bye, right?
No.
No, it's see you in the warp.
That's a different one.
There you go. So 3, 2, 1.
See you in the warp.